Hey, how is all my wonderful and beautiful subscribers out there and viewers out there doing? It's Nikki D, and welcome back to the Nikki D channel. Today, I'm going to be doing my 2024 WWE Draft Predictions. We have the WWE Draft that'll be starting this Friday on SmackDown and concluding this Monday night on Raw. So, big shakeup going on in WWE, and how I think it's going to go. I think there's going to be 6 rounds. I think Raw is going to get 3 picks each round. I think NXT is going to get 2 picks each round because they're a 2 hour show. And I think SmackDown is going to get 2 picks each round for the same reason. I think that any superstar that is not drafted will remain on the show that they currently are. So, with that being said, let's get started. Round 1, I think Raw is going to select the World Heavyweight Champion, Damian Priest, the Women's World Champion, Becky Lynch, and CM Punk as well. I think NXT is going to pick up the Authors of Pain as they're going to get a well-deserved run on NXT in a restart. And the current NXT World Heavyweight Champion, Trick Williams. I think that Trick Williams is going to be a great asset, and I think NXT is going to take Trick in the first round in order to hold on to the NXT Championship now that Trick Williams has won the belt. I think on SmackDown, I think they're going to have the WWE Undisputed Universal Champion, Cody Rhodes. And I think that the WWE Women's Champion, Bayley, will be selected in the first round as well, getting all of the major championships and main stories out of the way in the first round. Round 2. I think that the Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn, will be selected by Raw. I think that here's where you're going to have your first big curveball. I think Tiffany Stratton will be drafted to Raw. And I think that the women's tag team champions, the Kabuki Warriors, will be drafted to Raw separately from Damage Control. I think that Oba Femi, the NXT North American Champion, will be drafted to NXT and remain on NXT. I think Axiom and Nathan Frazier will also be drafted to NXT so NXT can hold on to their tag team titles as well. I think the United States Champion Logan Paul will be drafted to SmackDown, and SmackDown will also keep Braun Breaker, who's going to be a huge superstar for SmackDown in 2024. So that's my second round of predictions for the draft. Round 3 for the draft, I have Monday Night Raw selecting The Miz and R-Truth to keep the World Tag Team titles. I have them selecting Pretty Deadly, so they have a tag team division over there. And I expect them to draft Liv Morgan as well, so that she can go on and feud with Becky Lynch over the Women's World title. I think that Apollo Crews is going to get drafted to NXT in the third round. And I think Ivar is going to get drafted to NXT in the third round to compete with Oba Femi for the North American title. I think A-Town Down Under is going to get drafted to SmackDown so that they keep the WWE Tag Team titles. And I think the Creed brothers are going to get drafted to SmackDown as well. I think they're going to be a formidable team in the division and could give somebody like A-Town Down Under a run for their money. So that's my picks for round 3. And I think round 4 is going to continue into Monday Night Raw. And I think Monday Night Raw is going to start off with a big shocking return. I think Braun Strowman will get drafted to Monday Night Raw. I think Gunther is going to get drafted to Monday Night Raw. And I think Ilya Dragunov is going to get drafted to Monday Night Raw. And I really want to see Gunther and Ilya go at it again. That was such a great match on NXT. And if they relive that storyline in 2024, I will be one happy camper. On NXT, I think Natalia is going to get drafted to NXT to give their women's division some much needed veteran presence, because I think that Natalia in NXT will really help the entire women's division grow and develop even faster than they currently are. I think that Ivy Nile will get drafted to NXT, and she could go after somebody like Roxanne Perez for the women's title. I think that Bobby Lashley is going to get drafted to SmackDown along with Lyra Valkyria. I think that Lyra Valkyria could be somebody who, since she didn't regain the women's title at spring break, I think that Lyra Valkyria is somebody that would be a nice fit in the women's division on Friday nights. In round 5, I think that Raw is going to select Naomi. I think they're going to select Jade Cargill. And I also think they're going to take Bianca Belair, seeing that those 3 women are all still on the board. I think that NXT is going to take Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. I think that you could have them both on NXT and either feud with each other or with Natalia, maybe even start a faction between the 3 of them. I think Dakota Kai will also go back down to NXT for some more developmental, before she comes back up to the main roster, similar to what they're going to do at the Authors of Pain. And I think Bronson Reed is going to be going to Friday nights along with Io Sky. I think that them two are going to do wonders for the women's in singles division on Friday nights. I'd like to see Bronson Reed and Cody Rhodes. I'd like to see Bronson Reed and Bobby Lashley. Maybe even Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. There's a lot that Bronson could do on Friday nights, and that's where I think Bronson Reed's going to end up going. And the final round of the draft that's going to take place on TV, it'll probably be towards the main event of Monday night, and it's probably the most stacked round out of the whole card, honestly. I think that Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae are going to be drafted to Monday Night Raw. I think Drew McIntyre is going to stay on Monday nights to feud with CM Punk at the end of 2024. I think that the Street Profits are going to go to Monday night. On Tuesday nights in NXT, I think Dominic Mysterio is going to return to NXT. And I think the New Day are going to be drafted to NXT as well. And even on SmackDown, they finished strong as well. I think Karrion Kross is going to be drafted to Friday nights. And I think Friday night's last pick, they're going to select Kevin Owens to go to Friday nights. And honestly, it's a nice roundup to the type of roster that Friday night has built up, getting Cody Rhodes, Braun Breaker, Bobby Lashley, Bronson Reed, and now Kevin Owens. They're going to have a stacked show over on Friday night, so it's definitely going to help even the books with Monday night. And that was my predictions of the 2024 WWE Draft. Who do you think's going to what show? Let me know down in the comment section below. And I'm going to have more hot takes on Saturday. I'm going to be having my second episode of If Nikki D Booked WWE available tomorrow. And I'm going to be having a whole bunch of new content very soon for all of y'all. I have a lot of new good ideas that I'm running through and seeing what could work with it. And you're definitely in for a wonderful 2024 from Nikki D's content. Other than that, don't forget to like the video, share the video with all your friends, and if you made it to the end, you might as well smash that subscribe button and go watch another one of my videos. Other than that, I've been Nikki D. This has been the Nikki D channel, and I will see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.